Hi, welcome to my channel. Today's topic of the video is 3 ways to improve yourself. The first thing I would like to tell you is that there is really no way to improve yourself immediately. Do it instantly. It's not something that you do over one day. It's probably a long-term goal or a middle-term goal that you're going to be putting into practice using the tools and means which you have. When I look into this topic, I understood that a lot of changes that current influencers are talking about, they are more about the visual improvement that can be just conducted with the help of a stylist or with the help of a creative person who can give you some advice on how you can change yourself. It's also a hairstylist or a makeup artist who can advise you some changes into your makeup routine, things like that. But I have to say that that's not it. That's not the whole iceberg that you could be discovering, because some of the most fundamental changes and improvements that I have been able to create for myself was actually the improvement in terms of mental health. I was looking into practices that could help me to do some activities on a daily basis or on a weekly basis in order to look inwards rather than outwards. The more you take care of your mental health, the more visual change and the change in you will manifest itself. What do I mean by that? You will look brighter, like your eyes will glisten, your attitude will be changing, your work productivity will increase, your mental balance will be visible to the strangers and people that you know. And I think that's one of the most beautiful changes that you can create for yourself and build for yourself through the work that you can do. Now, talking about the practical steps, I think you might want to be thinking about meditation on a daily or weekly basis. If you cannot do that every single day, I totally understand that because it takes time, you have to build a habit, but that's what we're here for. I would like to also suggest you looking for a professional, I'm talking about a therapist or psychologist, who could give you also some mental tools that could be helpful for your particular situation. If you're feeling that you're totally exhausted, you're falling apart, all of these things, they make sense, and it does make sense, it does make difference to address a professional in this field. Usually, we're most proud of the things which were difficult for us to actually conquer or to build routine for. In my case, it is definitely following the routine in attending the gym and putting in the workouts. It's something that you need to grow. It's an idea that you have to grow into. You have to feel and understand that you just gonna have to always show up for yourself. Just show up for yourself no matter what. Whether you're having a nasty period, of course you might be taking one day off, but there's really no days, there's no day off when it comes to taking care of yourself. That's why it's a little bit tricky. But if you find the positive side of this, if you find the positive attitude towards this in you, I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be an issue, and you will be able to enjoy the little things about it. You will be enjoying choosing the clothing fits for this activity, for you to feel nice, to look nice, to smell nice while all of this happening. And all of these things, they create one single picture that makes you feel better, you feel healthier, and you're just walking towards your better shape, your better self, and your better condition in which it is very pleasant to live. Personal story time. At some point, in my teens and in my childhood, I went to the music school. I finished the music school with a high degree. Thanks to my music teacher, I learned to play piano. It was a wonderful time in my life because I had a wonderful teacher. She was inspiring me, she was helping me, supporting me throughout the way. And that is just so great when kids are able to do that. In my case, I didn't have a lot of resistance or reticence inside of me to continue this. But when I grew up and the COVID hit our poor planet, I realized that I might be wanting to learn to play guitar. Instrument I have never touched before. I never thought that I would be able to do it. It's considered to be the instrument that men play, not necessarily for, it's not necessarily for women because it's hard to press the strings and things like that. But I actually had my friend help me. He gave me his guitar that he didn't play, and kindly I was able to practice. I was able to learn a few first steps, how to have some kind of an introduction into this particular activity. And after that, it was not as horrible. I hired a teacher and we had online classes every week. Once per week I would make the time for that, even though I was busy at work, and my fingertips were hurting. I wanted to cry. I wanted to it was just really, really painful and difficult because maybe I have some tender skin. I don't know what's with that. But at some point I grew into the idea and I grew familiar with the physical feeling and the emotional feeling of slight achievement, minor achievement, and bigger achievement. And my goal that I set for myself in order to walk to was playing The Shape of My Heart by Sting. And I just really love the movie, which this song is the soundtrack for. And I truly, truly enjoyed the process, even though it was really hard because I couldn't stretch my fingers. They just didn't touch the right strings at the same time. There was not enough space. It was a dramatic process that I had to go through, but I was and I am super proud that I made it happen. And even to this day, I'm still super happy, even though I stopped practicing for a while. By the way, something for me to achieve, for example, to come back into practice and in a month to play this song much better. So I guess my point, I'm really passionate about music, and for me, these kind of achievements and these kind of ideas are pleasant to set. That's why I think that the idea for you to follow is that follow something that you truly enjoy in the process even. You're gonna enjoy the result for sure, but if you're enjoying the process, there are more chances that you're gonna be able to make it happen. If you enjoyed this video, at least at the slightest, I recommend you subscribing to this channel and hitting the like button and enjoying these videos further.